Steve, if you were satisfied last week with a 7-0 at Herne Bay, I know the score wasn't anything like that today, but you've got to be even. Is there another adjective you can use, even more satisfied than that?
No, I just feel that today was about checking their fitness levels against someone that trains full time, and I thought for 90 minutes they stood up to that. You know, very good at passing and moving. We track runners, we didn't give up, and I think for 90 minutes we showed that we're a very fit side to complement our football as well that we played.
Yeah, it was an excellent game to watch. I think everybody sitting around me really enjoyed the game to watch. Some great individual, but more important probably to you, collective performance was, teamwork-wise, was outstanding, I thought, today.
Yeah, we knew we weren't going to have the ball as much today, or we thought as much as that. So it was a case of being nice and compact and just making sure when we got the ball we kept it. And we've done that at times, and I thought in the first half we created a number of chances, not clear cut, but a number of chances in behind their back four, that last week we was clinical with our passing in the final third and our finishing. First half today we weren't so at half time I just had to tell them to be patient and be calm, because football works like that. You can get in good areas and muck it up, you can get in good areas and everything you knock in the box comes off and you score. So they stayed positive, and like I said, you look at the goal we scored, it was a great ball from the far post to the far post from Joe Turner, with James Folks running from right back, getting on the end of it, so that shows fitness levels as well.
No, that's what I was going to touch on, the fitness levels, because the great comparison people make when you play a league side is that they're obviously full-time and we aren't, but we more than matched them on fitness, and I was expecting, or people around me were possibly expecting the later stages of the game for us to blow out of it, but that just simply wasn't the case.
No, and we changed, when we brought Liam King on, for the last 20 minutes we changed to 4-4-2. So they had an extra body in midfield, and it made the midfield work harder, the front two work harder, and it was just a case of when we got forward, could we be clinical in that final third? And so I was very, very pleased with the outcome of today in terms of the fitness we looked at, the way we played, and the way we stood up to a challenge of a good Nottingham Forest side. Yeah,
I agree. Possibly a few weeks ago, we were still waiting on, or the supporters were waiting on a few signings and such like, but it really does all seem to have come together in the last week or week and a half. And most importantly, I suppose, when you've got everybody fit, you've got a 16 that actually really looks, the whole bench looked really worthwhile and made no change to the performance or formation once they did come on, really.
No, as I said to you last week, we can only sign 16 players at the moment, and the 16 we've got to work hard to get in a way that things don't happen straight away. You identify them, you speak to them, and eventually they did come. Pleasing thing is they've bought into what we want to do, but I just said to them out on the pitch there that some of them have still got stuff from their old clubs in them, but they're learning quickly, and it's only little tweaks we have to do with them, and every club works differently, and like I say, they've bought into everything we want to do, and if we can keep everyone fit, like you say, we're going to be a decent side this year. I'm not going to say predict we're going to be playoffs, we're going to win it. If I can keep everyone fit, we're going to be a decent side. And where that ends at the end of the season, only time will tell. Yeah,
I thought it was great that we were able to host a club like Nottingham Forest, and credit to the club that we've been able to, put on a show like that, and that we've actually put on a show again with a team like that. Any bridges built with the club, with Nottingham Forest for the future?
Well, Gary Brazil's a local lad. I talked to him before the game, and he's probably got contacts all over the place, so it wouldn't be necessarily to play the game to get players from Notts Forest, because it's too far. But with contacts he's got, if we can get a relationship with himself, he might have clubs locally. I know we deal with Gillingham and Wimbledon, but there might be other clubs that he'll recommend coming to a quality surface, a team that try and do the right things. So that might help. But I just got to be thankful for them to come down. He wanted to take them out of Nottingham, to get them out of their comfort zone. And I just got to give them a huge pat on the back for bringing the side down, and him and Forest for allowing them to come down and play us. Yeah,
certainly there's quite a big swell of feeling that those type of players could benefit actually from spells in men's football, proper non-league football, and could actually benefit both ways, for the non-league club like ourselves, or indeed the players from those clubs. But obviously, as you say, geographically Nottingham's probably
not for us, for Forest, but for them locally to get them boys out. But it's a good learning thing for us as well, to play against good youngsters that pass and move the ball. You won't come up against that every week in the Bostik Premier. So like I say, it was a good test for us, and I thought we handled it well. We played well, and like I say, now we move on to the real stuff next Saturday.
Yeah, so next Saturday you start with Merstham away and then Lewis in the Tuesday night at home, so 2 big games to start the season with. Your thoughts about those?
Massive games, you know. Merstham are a very good side. They've got a good squad assembled by Hayden this year, and Lewis that we saw last night, they've got a good young energetic side. So 2 very tough games, but like I said, season isn't won and lost in the first week. You know, it helps to get off to a good start, but if we don't, we just keep on building and fighting to get as many points as we can.
Great. Well, there's 303 people leaving the ground with great optimism today, so Steve. So congratulations.
Thanks, Jeff. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, Steve.